last 7 years, I've been a personal development blogger. I talk about productivity, I talk about time management, and I talk about organization. But you know what? I am not a very productive person. I suck at time management, and I'm not very organized. You come to my house and look, I'm not very organized. I'm what you call a creative. And most creatives, there might be some in this room, are like me. Our minds are all over the place. We love creating things. But when it comes to personal development, when it comes to organization, when it comes to productivity, we just suck. That's the bottom line. But I have a secretary where I work. Her name is Alda. She was our department secretary for years. Now, Alda is everything that I'm not. She's productive, she's got time management down, and she is the most organized person I've ever seen. She would go home every day at 3:30, even though she got off at 4:30. She'd be done at 3. She'd have nothing to do. You could put anything on her desk and she would handle it. And I've always wondered what made Alda so good. In fact, that's why I actually do a personal development blog. It's because I'm not good at any of those things. I want to know what the secret is. I want to be more productive. I want to get time under control, and I want to be organized. So a few weeks ago, Alda invited me over to her house. And I went and I sat in her house in Marietta for the first time. Now, I'm thinking, just in my head as I'm walking up, this lady's got to have a pretty nice house because she deals with stuff pretty well. So I walk in, light blue carpeting on the floor, light blue couch and sofa, and everything is just light blue and a pure white carpeting. She's got a little dog, a Bichon Frise, this little 12-pound dog, pure white, groomed to the max. There is not a speck of dust in this house. There is not any dirt. There is nothing. I sit down on this light blue couch with my wife, and we're sitting there, and everything is clean. There's not a scrap of paper. There's nothing. This house is organized to the T. She brings us out a little plate with coffee on it and some cookies. Now, I'm getting a little paranoid because this house is immaculate. So I go to take the cookie, and I'm thinking, do I even want to do this? I put the coffee aside, I take one bite of this cookie, and ding, the crumb falls on the white carpet. There ain't no other crumb for miles. This crumb is right there, and I can see it. And I can see Alda over on the side, and she is just shaking. She's freaking out. And finally, she just gets up. She doesn't say a word. She walks into the kitchen, comes out with a little dustbuster vacuum, goes down, and sucks that crumb up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what organization, productivity, and time management is about. That lady has got it under control because that's the way her desk is at work. That's the way she lives her life. And I asked her what she does for fun. And she said, this weekend, John, and she was just really excited. She goes, John, I finally got that little spot off my linoleum that I've been trying to get off for 6 months. And what? She was excited about getting this little teeny spot off, so her floor was immaculate. Then she said, then I ironed my curtains. You ironed your curtains? That's what she does. That's what Alda does for fun on the weekends. But when I was sitting in her house, I was looking at those iron curtains. And I felt like I was behind the iron curtain. It was no fun. It was no fun sitting there. I was stressing the whole time trying to drink coffee and eat a cookie. It was terrible. I realized right then and there that isn't me. That is not me. In fact, as a personal development person, I'm kind of afraid to even say that word anymore because that's not me. I'm a creative. My weekends are not spent ironing curtains. My weekends are spent creating things, pictures and drawings and websites. That's what I love to do. I love to create. I don't love to iron curtains. I don't love to vacuum. That's not me. So I just want to get something in my life that can help me take all these ideas, these great ideas that I have as a creative, from that new website to that new book that I want to write, and bring it in and make it work for me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, over 7 years, I found one technique that works better than anything else. And I'll explain it to you in just 1 minute here. I came up with this daily planner sheet, and it's got 6 boxes on the top. And all I do to make this work is I put all those things that are rattling around in my head, all those great creative ideas, and I come in the morning and I take 12 minutes and I write the top 6 of them in that box. Then I just take a step back and I turn everything off. I turn off the computer, email, my phone, everything. I close the door, it's quiet. Then I set a timer for 48 minutes. 48 minutes exactly. And then I pick one thing off that list and I do one thing for 48 minutes. Nothing else. No distractions, nothing else. 48 minutes. At the end of that 48 minutes, I take a 12-minute break and I repeat as necessary. Some days I do one 48-minute period. Most days I do 2. Some days I've done 4. And one day I actually did 6. Ladies and gentlemen, 48-minute focused time period has changed my life. I realize I don't want to be Alda, but with 48 minutes, I can be happy being a creative and being John Richardson.